Hello everyone, welcome back to Learning Himachal. Welcome back to वनपथ. कैसे हैं आप लोग? कैसी चल रही है प्रिपरेशन? तो आज हम करने वाले हैं मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री के क्वेश्चंस, but before moving ahead, there is an announcement for you. As you know, HPFS exam is around the corner. आपके पास अब कुछ ही दिन बच गए हैं, so आपका फोकस अब क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस पर बहुत ज्यादा शिफ्ट हो जाना चाहिए. And for this purpose, Learning Himachal is providing you with FLTs, and along with this, all the candidates who have cleared prelims can reach out to us for mains mentorship program. Let's begin with the session. Question number one. The drain of wealth theory propounded by Dadabhai Naroji primarily highlighted excessive taxation on peasants, exploitation through zamindari system, unilateral transfer of resources from India to Britain without adequate returns, decline of Indian handicrafts due to British policies. Correct answer here is unilateral transfer of resources from India to Britain without adequate return. This was the drain of wealth theory. Dadabhai Naroji, in his work Poverty and Un-British Rule in India, explained how Britain drained India's wealth through salaries, pensions, military expenses, free trade, and remittances of profit without equivalent returns. Though heavy taxation and decline of crafts were true, his theory mainly focused on the unilateral economic drain. Clear here? Question number two. Which of the following was not a demand of moderators in Indian National Congress? Expansion of Legislative Council, Indianization of higher services, Swaraj as the ultimate goal, and reduction in the military expenditure. Question is asking which was the not a demand. इसका सही आंसर है स्वराज as the ultimate goal. Moderators believed in constitutional reforms, petitions, and gradual expansion of self-government, but did not demand Swaraj. Swaraj was explicitly demanded later by Bal Gangadhar Tilak and adopted in 1906 Calcutta Session. Question number three. The partition of Bengal in 1905 was annulled mainly because of international pressure on British government, failure to improve administrative efficiency, massive and sustained Swadeshi and boycott movement, strong opposition by Indian princes. सही आंसर है आपका ऑप्शन सी. It was due to massive and sustained Swadeshi and boycott movement. The Swadeshi and boycott movement united diverse sections against the partition, creating unprecedented national awakening. Lord Hardinge annulled the partition to pacify growing unrest, not due to administrative reasons or princely opposition. Let's move ahead. Question number four. Which revolutionary organization was associated with the famous Alipur conspiracy case? अनुसंधान समिति, हिंदुस्तान सोशलिस्ट रिपब्लिकन एसोसिएशन, गदर पार्टी, अभिनव भारत. इसका सही आंसर है आपका अनुशीलन समिति. The Anuseelan Samiti of Bengal, led by Barendra Kumar Ghosh and others, was involved in a bomb attack against British officials leading to the Alipur trials. HSRA was later. Gadar operated abroad, and Abhinav Bharat was active mainly in Maharashtra. Clear? Question number five. The Lucknow Pact 1916 between Congress and Muslim League was significant because it demanded dominion status for India. It accepted separate electorates for Muslims. It led to the formation of interim government. It initiated the Quit India movement. Correct answer here is it accepted separate electorates for Muslim. Lucknow Pact between Congress and Muslim was significant because here separate electorate was accepted. Lucknow Pact brought together the Congress and the League on common political demand against British. Congress accepted separate electorate for Muslims, strengthening communal politics but temporarily uniting nationalist forces. Question number six. The Rowlatt Act 1919 was opposed because it increased land revenue demands, extended wartime repressive measures into peacetime, denied Indians access to civil services, divided Bengal again. It is extended wartime repressive measures into peacetime. That is why Rowlatt Act was opposed. The act allowed imprisonment without trial, continuation of emergency wartime restrictions even after World War One, and curbed press freedom. Gandhiji called it Black Act, and protests culminated in the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Then, question number 7. During the non-cooperation movement 1920-22, which of the following was not advocated by Gandhiji? Boycott of foreign clothes, resignation from government services, refusal to pay taxes, boycott of law courts. तो आपका सही आंसर है यहाँ पे ऑप्शन सी। नॉन कॉपरेशन मूवमेंट के टाइम पे ये वाली चीज गांधी जी ने अलाउ मतलब एडवोकेट नहीं करी थी, ठीक है। नॉन कॉपरेशन इन्वॉल्व्ड boycott of schools, law courts, legislatures, and foreign goods. However, non-payment of taxes was not a part of this movement. It was feature of civil disobedience movement जो आपका 1930 में हुई थी, ठीक है। Next question, question number 8. Which of the following provisions was included in the Government of India Act 1935? Provincial diarchy, separate electorate for women, provincial autonomy या फिर dominion status for India? गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट में था आपका प्रोविंशियल ऑटोनॉमी वाला स्टेटस, ठीक है। ऑप्शन सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर। The act abolished provincial diarchy introduced in 1919 and introduced provincial autonomy. It continued separate electorate for minorities, not women. Dominion status was not granted, only promised earlier in 1929. Let's move ahead. Question number 9. The August offer was significant because it proposed dominion status immediately, expanded the Governor General's Executive Council to include Indians, offered a constituent assembly after the war, abolished separate electorate. It offered a constituent assembly after the war. The August offer by Lord Lingto promised expansion of Executive Council and more Indian representation, but most importantly, it assured a constituent assembly after the war. However, Congress rejected it, demanding complete independence. Done. Let's move ahead. Last question for the day, question number 10. Which of the following was the main objective of the Cabinet Mission Plan? Partition of India into India and Pakistan, transfer of power immediately to Indian leaders, formation of a constituent assembly to frame the Constitution of India, or grant of dominion status to princely states. It is option C, formation of a constituent assembly to frame the Constitution of India. The cabinet mission came to India with the aim of devising a constitutional framework. It proposed a constituent assembly elected indirectly, a grouping of provinces, and a weak central union. Partition was not its objective, though it happened later. Done. So that's it for the day. For more updates, you can follow us, and if you want to join our courses, you can contact our team. Thank you and have a nice day.